Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans, droids, kitty booty coneheads, and you know what? A special shout out to all of my multi-arm droids that happen to be helping out the Jedi over the years. Not Grievous. Well, I guess he's helping them out in a different way by alleviating them of their need to carry lightsabers. No! We're talking about a droid that's going to be putting lightsabers in your hands. You know what's going on. It's Arnold Holonet News time. The only news you'll ever need because you have no other choice. Oh, well, hopefully you're happy to see me again. Video number 2 for the day. Well, some funny stuff happened. Well, there was a puzzle, spoiler, for Huyang that was announced. And, well, people didn't seem to be too happy with the end result of the puzzles, telling us stuff that we already know. And I said, it's not like a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Nothing to, like, really, you know, get mad at people over. But if you're going to do a puzzle, it's got to be something that people they don't know. Something new, exciting to get them hyped for the weekend. Well, I have no idea if there's any correlation with me saying that or just the general sentiment in the community. It's like, come on, man, if you're giving us a puzzle, give us something new. They dropped the kit reveal for Huyang. I don't know if this is gonna be like a thing moving forward where kit reveals will happen on a Friday. Usually they happen on Monday, but nonetheless, hey, we got something new and exciting, cool. If you want to check out the other videos, the card in the top right-hand corner. A lot of interesting fun stuff that we talked about in there. But in this video, we have 2 new things since that video with the kit reveal of Huyang. And also, we have the deets on the new episode track rewards and shipments. Now, I'll leave a link down below. You guys can go check out this. I have not had the opportunity yet to do a spreadsheet, kind of see it before and after, where people are getting, you know, screwed over. If they are, maybe there's going to be a forward step in progression for people to, you know, to kind of further benefit their accounts. That'd be also the details of what the $20 pass is going to be offering. And remember, we were told that the rewards inside the free track, so all of this stuff right here, is the equivalent in value to earning 4 tier 10 boxes, aka red boxes, and 4 tier 9 boxes from our previous galactic challenge. But also remember, something I don't think we're going to fully understand or appreciate. We have all this new currency that's going to be coming into our inventory. There's supposed to be a new shipment. What we can buy with that stuff is probably going to be another part of the calculation. But here's a start to the puzzle for, all right, where is this new economy sitting with all this being said and done? So we got a starting point, but I think I still feel like we're missing some info, like about the crystals and the shipments. What can you buy? How much? All that fun jazz. So I'll leave a link down below. Feel free to check it out. I have no conclusion to come to yet. I have to do my own analysis, and more importantly, wait till it hits the game to really know what's going on. But now, let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the who to the Yang here. Light side attacker. Funny enough, I never thought that Huyang was going to be an attacker. I was expecting more of a support, but no, it's going to be attacker, droid, and specter. Really cool stuff. The droid faction is now going to have a mass swarm ability because of this guy right here. A lot of fun stuff going on. Obviously, the ultimate end goal is going to be with a Spectre Galactic Legend leader. Wow, I wonder who that's going to be. Obviously, GL Ahsoka Tano is what we're going to be looking at from the long run. However, we're going to be able to take advantage of this guy with the droids, it seems like. So Shorty's going to be a good spot. And they also said, you know, General Syndulla, remember that's been confirmed. I bet we'll get a puzzle for that too. But General Syndulla's coming around the corner. We know nothing about her kit, but supposedly he can work with General Syndulla as well. And remember, this is a new change. Character testing is going to be happening on Tuesdays now. So this upcoming Tuesday, we'll be in our video game division, putting Huyang through all the paces that we hope to see some good stuff. And here you go. Shorty, General Syndulla is where we're going to utilize this. Let's get to work, people. We have our basic ability, Droid Pugilist here. Ooh, deal physical damage to target enemy. Expose them for 1 turn. If it's Huyang's turn and the target had stagger on him, stun them for 1 turn as well. I don't know about you. Besides that, I feel good. Does anyone even know that song? Do people still listen? Is that Pitbull? It's Mr. Worldwide, right? I don't know, Gary. Go do some research on it. Stuns on a basic are incredibly annoying. I mean, think of Royal Guard, kind of annoying basic. Count Dooku, stuns on a basic, kind of annoying. So this could get really annoying, especially if you have someone that's going to spam tons and tons of, you know, staggers out there. Being able to, for example, if he can get in there on his turn, hit a basic, get a stun. Okay, luckily it's only on his turn, not on a counterattack, because man, counterattack stuns on basic. Oh, those things can make me crazy. But anyways, we're just getting started. We have the auxiliary grapplers, Zetas, cooldown of 3, my friends. Here's what we have. Deal physical damage to target, enemy, and Spectre allies gain speed up for 1 turn. Deal an additional instance of damage for each other light side droid ally or ally with exile at the start of the battle. This is going to be interesting. I want to talk about this exile thing in a moment here. This ability gains 10% damage per active Spectre ally, and then you're going to inflict a stack of off balance to target enemy for 1 turn for each ally that has removed the exile this battle, which can't be copied or evaded. All right, well, what's going on here? Here's what I want to show you guys. So the other day in Grand Arena, we did some live stream testing of Ezra Bridger inside of Grand Arena. Omicron's turned on, all that fun jazz. And one thing I noticed very quickly with the Omicron on his first special ability, where he gets 25 stacks of Purgle Migration, the exile, I mean, keep in mind, a lot of this time that's going to pass here is because of me blabbering away. Wow, what else is new, right? But it goes incredibly quickly. Like, it almost looks like if I didn't like talk and try to figure out how to work around this, it felt like in 20-30 seconds Ezra can get rid of exile incredibly quickly. And in this situation, he threw it on Malicos, I believe, or no, yeah, Malicos, and that's a really big problem. So the exile doesn't stick as long as you think it might. Look at that, boom, look at that special ability. He got the 46 and he's at 50 stacks. So in 30 seconds he managed to get 50 stacks. He unfortunately, fortunately for me, unfortunately for him, Sirjun to dodge. Ezra needs to attack someone in order to get the exile up. But like in 30 seconds of me blabbering, he's able to get the 50 stacks. So point I'm getting at here, when we take a look at the Huyang kits here, at the very beginning, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of exile for like, the first 30 seconds, at least for Ezra. So you're going to get all this additional instance of damage, right? For each ally with exile. But then it seems like, I don't know how the rest of the team's going to look, but it seems like, assuming maybe we follow a similar-ish trend to Ezra, we're gonna be able to get the exile off very quickly, and now we'll get this additional stack of off balance. New thing is we're gonna talk about here. So we have our special 2, stay together, cooldown of 4, territory battle Omicron. Take it as you will. I don't know. It's like I get territory battle Omicrons for old characters. Okay, again, I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Every new faction, they kind of like pass around Omicrons. You have, raid Omicrons, you'll have territory battle Omicrons, Grand Arena, territory wars. Okay, all right, it's not a big deal. But anyways, call all light side allies to assist. That is kind of sick. It's not, even though I said earlier, droid's gonna get a mass swarm because I'm thinking of the context of shorting the droids. All light side allies to assist. I mean, I don't think we appreciate how powerful of an ability that is. How many teams out there only have their swarm attacks, but they only call people of their faction? Like Veers can only call Imperial troopers, right? Well, okay. Well, you have Sith Eternal. He's got a swarm attack, but he calls all dark side allies. This is kind of like a light side Sith Eternal thing where he can call all light side allies to assist, whether they're Ewoks, whether they're Jawas, they're Ugnaughts, doesn't matter. That's a big deal right there. So kind of a powerful thing. They could have easily kept it to call only droids or call only Spectre. They didn't. But instead, additionally, if there are 2 or more light side droid or Spectre allies, the strongest ally and the weakest ally gain advantage, damage ability, offense up for 1 turn. All right, and they get tenacity up for 3 turns. Otherwise, light side droid and Spectre allies recover 100% health and protection. Cool. Oof. Man. That's great. And if either the strongest or weakest allies has exile, they gain 75 speed for 1 turn. Gosh, that is a lot. So let me just break this down before we get to the Omicron. So first and foremost, when they say strongest and weakest ally, I always wish there was a better word, because when you think of strong, you think of like damage, right? Like, oh, this character's strong, putting out a lot of damage. Strongest ally means the character with the highest amount of health and protection combined, and obviously inversely, the weakest is the character with the least amount of health and protection combined. So if I had to guess, Galactic Legend of Ahsoka Tano, assuming we're talking about that context, is always gonna be the strongest ally. And then whoever the weakest is, let's just say Ezra Bridger Exile. I suspect that's not gonna be the case. He's got a good amount of health pool, but I don't know, Padawan Sabine, I don't know. They're gonna get the advantage, damage with the offense up, tenacity up. That's a big deal. And then another way to get health and recovery, man, we already have like Ezra Bridger with a very powerful health, protection, recovery. I mean, I'm not kidding, folks. An incredibly powerful one. And the greatest thing about the Ezra Bridger as well, I mean, kind of like this Huyang situation going on, it is incredibly plug and play. 40% protection and health for any ally. Doesn't matter if they're dark side, light side. Ezra's cool with everybody. So now we have yet another way to get incredible amounts of health and protection recovery. That is nuts. That is nuts. And a cooldown of 4, it's not the craziest thing, man. That's not, yeah, that's nuts. Well, anyways, into 75 speed. Do I need to say anything more than that? Do I need to say more? That's literally that's like an extra speed arrow with an extra 3, like another 3 or 2 solid mods after that with speed on them. That's a big deal. Big deal. And at the very beginning, I'm guessing you're gonna have plenty of exile. So it feels like, man, this might be the first ability to start off with, right? Right? I mean, it's a pretty simple kit. You basically got, you got your 2 specials. It seems like this is gonna be the one you want to start off with first. But in territory battles, for all the people that want to do that, and I think here's the problem I have with territory battle Omicron's like, all right, these are new characters. They're already supposed to be kind of good, and we kind of focus on things in grander into territories, and they hopefully are good inadvertently as well in territory battles. Anyways, again, let's just move on. It's not a big deal. But anyways, dispel all ally debuffs and enemy buffs. Kind of big. That's a lot of good stuff here. All lights and allies recover 50% health and protect. So basically, this is sort of like Ezra Bridger's ability that we just read. Spectre allies recover an additional 50% health and protection. Reduce all ally light side droids and Spectre cooldowns by 1. Light side droids and Spectre allies gain 25% defense penetration, which is stacking for the rest of the battle, and 20% Terminator. So I'm guessing that, if we're talking about maybe shorting the droids, cool. Maybe Spectre before you get Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano, cool. I think the reason why I have a problem with this, because in the end goal, Huyang's going to be with Galactic Legend Ahsoka. And people kind of expect, if you're going to require 6 relic, or not 6 relic 9s, my gosh, 3 relic 9s, however we're at right now, 6 marquee characters, they kind of hope that, yeah, you should be good in territory battles regardless of Omicrons. I think that's kind of why I kind of have this like mixed experience with territory battle Omicrons. Anyways, it seems powerful, but I assume Ahsoka is already going to be powerful, but it might be one of those good like temporary things until you build up to her. And then we have a long unique ability here. Lightsaber Architect Zeta ability locked in here. I'm gonna be honest, I feel like there's a reference here that I'm missing out on. These are some really weird percentages. At the start of the battle, Jedi allies gain 21% max protection. Oh man. Light side droid allies gain 34% critical damage. Oh man. Spectre allies gain 55% offense until the end of the battle. Can I just repeat that one more time in case those people at the back of the Star Destroyer can't hear me right now? Jedi allies gain 21% max protection at the start of the battle. So yes, of course, this is gonna be great with Ezra Bridger, duh. But man, do you think there might be any opportunity to maybe use him like in a Master Luke? You somehow boost Master Luke's max protection even more, and maybe that affects how much damage he puts out with this special ability that's based off his protection. Droids getting 34% more critical damage. They already have a lot of damage, especially with T3 and all the debuffs out there. Spectre allies getting 55% offense. That is nasty. And this is probably a lot of the offense we're missing on Padawan Sabine, because let me tell you, Padawan Sabine, she's hitting like for 2,000 on a crit. Pretty disgustingly low. This is probably part of the problem, right? And if the ally in the leader slot is also a Spectre and a Galactic Legend at the start of the battle, I wonder who they're talking about here. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a puzzle that there's a Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano coming. That's my only guess. An allied Jedi, any Ahsoka Tano, and Padawan Sabine Wren gain Jedi lessons for 3 turns at the start of their first turn. And if they had Jedi lessons, whenever Huyang gains any version of History of the Galaxy new status effect, the duration is reset to 3. Oh, baby. So first off, let me brush up on some of my intel. So we got a few new things, right? That's kind of new. Well, first and foremost, let's talk about Jedi lessons. I believe I can fly. But besides that, and where the heck is it? Here it is. Yeah, gain Jedi lessons for 3 turns. Yeah. So we already have Jedi lessons that are baked in here, for example. Don't they have like a description somewhere? There should be a description. Yeah, there we go. 20% mastery per stack. So Jedi lessons, nothing new, but it's, not that it's very popular. Now it's going to be added to another team through Huyang, kind of fitting, right? And then off balance, kind of a new thing as well. I know we're not really appreciating it too much, but Sabine Wren brought the off balance for the first time somewhere in this kit. We have off balance right there. There should be a better description somewhere here. Where the heck is the off balance? I can't find. But anyways, off balance more or less is it's basically kind of a new version of Expose. So in case you're wondering where the off balance comes from, not exclusive to Huyang, but new for the faction is that. And then Jedi lessons, kind of a big thing. Lots of mastery. And remember, man, at the, what is this? At the very start of the battle, getting those mastery boosts to Padawan Sabine Wren, Jedi, and any Ahsoka Tano. Oh, dude. I mean, we're already seeing the effects. I mean, yes, of course, you know, we are going to have increased critical damage and critical chance and damage in general for Padawan Sabine. So another reason we're missing out on some damage on this team. But again, we talked about one of the low-key things about Ezra Bridgers. His mastery is really annoying. Yes, he's got critical chance, critical damage, but he also has deflection and dodge. This dude's already kind of hard to hit. Throw on some Jedi lessons to increase that mastery even more. Man, oh, it's going to be a big deal. Yeah, and so let's talk about the history of the galaxy. New thing that we got going on, but you know, we have something else to talk about. If a light side ally evades an attack, wow, it's like we almost just talked about that with Ezra, or resist a debuff. Light side droid allies gain 5% critical damage and 5% offense, stacking to 100% until the end of the battle. Ooh, man, oh man. Let's say this, in the context of droids, one thing that we have is a lot of foresight with BB-8, for example. So, you know, every time BB-8 dodges, it kind of means something. A little bit more. I mean, to be fair, BB-8, when he dodges, there's already a little bit of something. You know, I believe if you have like the Zeta, you know, they like a little bit of health protection recovery. It hasn't been like an incredibly important Zeta, but nonetheless, let me pull it up real quick. Is it roll the punches? No. Is it this one? Yeah, when BB-8 evades, droid allies recover 8% health and protect. See, you don't think the King of Trophy knows these kits like the back of my hand? I do. Every single night I go to sleep, I lip sync every single lyric in this game here, and every single kit reveal in this game, right? Yeah, that's right, Gary. Every night I'm repeating Balin Skull's kit. Still don't know what the heck's going on there. Gosh dang. Anyways, let's focus on this kit. But now, here's what we have, folks. The first time that an ally Spectre loses exile, Huyang gains History of the Galaxy Part 1 for the rest of the battle. Whenever Huyang gains any version of History of the Galaxy, ally Spectres gain 50% bonus protection for 2 turns. Bro, that's a lot. This team seems to be hella durable right now. Whenever he gains Part 3, reset the cooldown of Stay Together. Okay, remember what Stay Together is? Yeah, this thing right here where we get everyone to assist, the damage immunity, the speed, the health protection recovery. Yeah, kind of a big thing. But what does Part 1 do? So while Huyang has History of the Galaxy Part 1, Allied Jedi, any Ahsoka Tano, and Padawan Sabine Wren gain Force Connection, maximum of 10 stacks, whenever they use a basic ability until the first time Huyang is defeated. Just using a basic. And it doesn't even say, if I'm reading this right, it doesn't even say it has to be on their turn. So if we call them all to assist, they're using basic abilities. Hello! So that means you're going to be ramping up on some of this stuff here. And whenever a second ally Spectre loses exile for the first time, this ability upgrades to History of the Galaxy Part 2. And remember, I already told you guys that Ezra kind of drops off the exile pretty quickly, it seems like. And we're not even in the ideal scenario here, it seems. Part 2, we're not done yet. Remove the max stack limit. Whenever an ally Jedi, any Ahsoka Tano, and Padawan Sabine Wren gain Force Connection. If there were 5 Spectre allies at the start of the battle, and there are no allies with exile, this ability upgrades to Part 3. So, all right, we got to have everyone on the same page. Everyone's got to be Spectre. We have to have no more allies with exile. Now we're going to fully upgrade it. Basically, if you think about the Ahsoka show, it's all about kind of putting the band back together, right? It's kind of one of those things. The band is back together. We're no longer exiled. We're no longer disconnected. We are one unit ready to rock and roll. And what happens then? You get Chapter 3 of the History of the Galaxy. Allied Jedi, any Ahsoka Tano, Padawan Sabine Wren gain Force Connection whenever they use an ability until the first time Huyang is defeated. Now, I know they've been pulling out a lot of abilities that we are kind of unique, and we just haven't really talked about them for a long time. But I believe, besides the fact that I can fly, where the heck is it? Where the heck is the thing here? The Force Connection. There we go. Force Connection. Kyle Katarn was the first one I brought. I'll be honest, I forgot about this myself. But every stack of Force Connection, you're getting plus 2% defense and offense. Well, you know, you're going to be able to build up a lot of those stacks. And between Jedi lessons, ramping up mastery, between all of these History of the Galaxies providing additional Force Connection, between the 55% offense that we have for Spectre allies. This guy, even though he's considered an attacker, don't be fooled. I'm sure maybe he's got some good damage, but he's kind of enabling everyone to be like an attacker with all these additional things that is providing to the team. Overall, people, seems like a really fun character. At the minimum, I'm expecting some fun stuff that we're gonna be able to do with Shorty and the droids. We don't really have a Spectre team. General Syndulla is not here yet, but we can maybe, assuming they maybe turn on the tags. They already said that, you know, Fulcrum Ahsoka as well as Chopper, they're gonna be getting the Spectre tag. Hasn't happened yet in game, but man, those are a lot of powerful bonuses in. Keep in mind, we see what Sabine's got hypothetically. You know, we couldn't really see it in action. We see Ezra's really good. Keep in mind, I'm assuming General Syndulla is going to be on this team, as well as Galactic Legend Ahsoka. It's hard to say. Listen, I'm saying something bold. I'm not saying I firmly believe it, but man, this possible, all these kits is making it seem like the power of Jayla Ahsoka is going to be too big to mess up. But you know what? I have been surprised before in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, so we'll have to wait and see if that truly pans out. But a lot of good stuff, but not as good as you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend wherever you may be. I appreciate all the time you hang out with me around these parts of town, and more importantly, we'll be back with the lovely testing on Tuesday, but a lot of other fun stuff until then. But until whenever that next then is, always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.